Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So today is the day that we are going to be talking about the most anticipated thing in the market right now, and that is IPTV, Internet Protocol. So a lot of you probably have not heard about Internet Protocol, or maybe some of you have heard about Internet Protocol, cable television. What is it? We are allowing you to be able to be a part of a business where you can cut the cable and cut the cord. All right. And so we're going to introduce a few things for you guys today. And you guys bear with me because you'll probably be a little bit blurry on my background because I don't have a green screen, which I will be working on replacing and putting a green screen behind me. All right. So, you guys, we're going to be talking about IPTV today. And we're going to be talking about why we're talking about IPTV. Is it just because I like to watch television? Is it just because you like to watch TV? Absolutely not. The only reason we're doing this video, guys, today is basically to help you and show you a new way to make money. Now, I know a lot of you have a 9 to 5, and I never try to talk bad about 9 to 5s. They're great. I've worked them a very, very long time in the beginning of my career, and I cannot talk bad about a 9 to 5. But here's what I will tell you. If you are working a job and you're working a 9 to 5 every single day, and you still do not have any money, there is no options for you other than to create your own business. And this is the purpose for this video today, is to show you that there's another way out. There's an actual way for you to be an entrepreneur and start your cable company today. And I'm going to show you how easy it is. And so first I want to introduce myself to you guys. My name is Octavian Anthony. I'm the CEO of a company called Horizon Advertising Agency. And so I'm really bringing to you guys a new way to make money, a new idea, a new facet of trying to get to the point of where you can make 6 figures in 1 year or even make $1 million in 1 year. And how can you do it? Sell something that everybody wants. And what is that? Entertainment. You know, one of the things that I've noticed this week is that the Cassie and Puffy and the P. Diddy trial has been basically taken over the entire world. Everybody's talking about Cassie. Everybody's talking about P. Diddy, how freaky they were and how nasty they were. That lets me know that the world wants to be entertaining. They want to be entertained 24/7, right? So if the world wants to be entertained, why don't you want to be a part of it? Why not make money off of entertainment? And this is it. So I want to talk to you guys about something called Global Vision Television. If you can see in my background here, you see Global Vision TV. This is a company that I created, guys, and this company has been in the works for many years. It just didn't pop up today. I've actually had this company in the back of my mind for the past 3 years, guys. And now it's all coming to fruition. And I'm just sharing the love and sharing the exact same thing that I'm doing. I want to share that to you and assist you and help you to do the exact same thing. Now, if any of you that are on this video right now have never heard of IPTV, I'm going to explain it to you and what it is. Now, I know traditional wise, everybody's familiar with cable. And if you're familiar with cable, you're probably familiar with these local providers like Comcast. If you're out north or out west, it might be Adelphia. You might have Dish Network or Direct TV. You might have Netflix, or you might have Amazon. You might have Hulu. There's an array of different programs and services that's actually offered throughout the United States, even in other countries, guys. These countries and these companies are everywhere. Now, here's the great thing about IPTV. It just does, there's really no limits, right? Most cable companies are probably going to run you 200 channels. You know, I know DirecTV and Dish Network may give you about 240 channels. But when you're looking at IPTV, guys, we're not just talking about local. We're not just talking about national. We're talking about global. Hence the name. Hence the name Global Vision TV. We're talking about a global phenomenon. Now, global phenomenon as far as IPTV, it just didn't start happening today. This has been going on for years and years. I would say probably in the past 7 years, guys, people are tired of paying these high cable bills. Now, just speaking to you guys, what do you think? I just want to hear from you guys. And I really can't see if you guys are texting in the group or texting on Facebook. I can only see the app that I'm going through right now, but I cannot see any text. So if any of my agents are on shift right now, if anybody's sending messages or texts, asking questions about our software or our program, please go ahead and respond to them, guys, while we're doing this live video. All right. So IPTV, guys, this is a network that is basically protocol through the internet. So there's really no limit. There's not a limit of channels that you can have. Now, most services that you see on the internet, on Facebook, or wherever you live, are probably going to have an average of about 5,000 channels for IPTV. Now, here's where we stand a little bit different than most companies, right? So the average company for internet protocol is going to have about 5,000 channels. Now, I've been researching, and before I even started this company, guys, I researched many companies, over 100 companies that did the exact same thing that I'm doing right now. But here's one of the things that I realized when I was trying these services out, because I tried a whole lot of them out. I did a lot of research. That's what I always do, is I always do a lot of research before I decide to create my own. And so I tried over 100 cable companies that were IPTV. Now, here's what I noticed that they didn't have. They didn't have the stability. I would see the new movies. I would see about 5,000 channels. But the only thing that there was no stability in the stream, meaning if I'm watching basketball and then, Steph Curry goes up for a three and the TV freezes, I can't even see if he's shooting the three, if it went in or it didn't, And so I used to hate that. I was like, you know what? I love the channels, but I hate the fact that it freezes up every 5 minutes. And so I said, you know what? If I'm going to create a service, I'm going to create something that is not going to freeze. It's going to actually be the exact same as cable. Now, I want you guys to understand something, right? And a lot of people, they advertise and they market the exact same way, especially when it comes to IPTV. They say, we have this anti-freeze technology. We have CDNs that we use. It's jargon, right? It's basically, they use the same marketing tactics to try to get and pull you and reel you in. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to understand why, out of all these IPTV companies, why can I find one company that does not freeze up, that actually really lives up to what their marketing is actually explaining, right? I could never find anybody. I could never find a company. And countless after company after company after company. I would go from company to company and not one company would show me a stable feed. Now, on top of that, the actual average footage is going to just be in high definition. So I said, you know what? If I ever created an actual company, a cable company, it's going to be high definition. It's going to be stable access. You're not going to have buffering. And guys, today is the day. Actually, the week is the week. We finally have a solution. I finally created a monster when it comes to cable service. Now, you remember in the beginning, I just said 5,000 channels. Some of them have 10,000 channels. Guys, I brought something to the market that's unfathomable. Yeah, I know I like that word, baby. Unfathomable. Abominable snowman, right? I bought something to the market that no one can compete with. And the reason why I wanted to do this video, guys, is because whoever joins in right now, you are about to be a part of something that has never been done. Currently, as it stands right now, guys, we have actively 36,000 live channels and counting. Let me rewind that back. I didn't say 5,000. I didn't actually say 10,000. I said 36,000. And listen, just 2 days ago, I had about 35,000 live channels in my software, and now I have 36,400 channels. Now, we're not just talking about channels. And I'm just trying to show you the difference between normal IPTV and global vision, because we're a global company. We want to be global and not just local, not just national. We want to be international, right? And that's one of the great things about this company, guys, is because we're doing something no one else is doing. We're offering you 36,000 channels and counting. Every day that I find new feeds, guys, we're going to go up to 40,000 channels and 50,000 channels. Now, in honesty, you can't watch 35 or 36,000 channels, right? But it's just the fact of having it available if you needed it, right? And here's what I did. I looked at other companies and I see the prices they're charging. Some people charge $15. Some people charge $20. Some people charge $30. Some people charge $150. They're all over the place when it comes to making money with IPTV because it works, right? The average consumer, I want you guys to listen. I did a lot of research now. I didn't just chat GPT or do none of that stuff. I did a lot of research. The average consumer, and you guys know, most of us have cable, or we had cable at some point, or we cannot afford it anymore. So we had to actually cut it off and deal with a company like Netflix, right? But here's what I want you to understand. When you had cable, you had to have the internet. Now, you didn't have to have it. It's not a necessity, but you had to have internet. You also had to have some type of basic package. Even with a basic package and the internet and maybe a digital phone, you're looking anywhere from $150, and I'm speaking facts right now, to about $275 to $300. That is a basic cable package with probably 30 to 40 channels. Now, it's been a long time since I've had cable, right? So, an average internet, on top of that, a basic cable service with no premiums, and then maybe a digital telephone because nobody's doing landlines in their home, right? You're looking at about 150 ranging from $300, and this is not a one-time fee. Now, here's the kicker about cable companies. And they're a monopoly. We know it. They monopolize us. They charge us out the wazoo, and they charge us every single month. Now, here's the thing that I hate about cable companies, and here's the thing that's going to make me a gazillionaire. Cable companies, they lock you into these hidden 24-month contracts, and they don't tell you in the beginning. They never say anything about it. They just give you all these discounts and these promos, and now your bill goes from $500 to just $250 a month, but you're locked in at 24 months, right? And if you break that contract, you have to actually finish out your contract and pay the difference of the contract that you didn't complete, right? This is reason number one that we don't need cable. This is reason two that we need to cut the cord, guys, is because this is going to allow you to stop having to pay a monthly bill. Now, we talked about the hidden costs, guys. We talked about actually Netflix. I've had them for over 6 years, and every single year for the past 3 years, what happens? The prices are rising and rising. Now, Netflix knows after they get over millions and millions of clients, they can easily raise their prices up. And this is what I'm going to tell you guys as well, because after they get so many clients, they have enough clients to sustain if they lose clients after they give you their price hike, right? You can do the exact same thing. So in the beginning, there was a word, and the word was God. All right. So in the beginning, as you build your customer base and as you build your clientele, and remember, I'm not telling you guys to join me and buy service. We're not even talking about that. You see, I'm an entrepreneur by mind and by heart. And before I tell you to buy a service from me, I'm going to try to show you a way how to become a millionaire, right? And I'm not going to tell you, I'm jumping over the thousands. We're jumping over the six figures. We're going directly to 1 million because I understand what type of industry cable companies are, right? And it's not a necessity, but I really think we need it. I don't even like TV. But guess what? Ever since I've created this service, I have been glued to the NBA playoffs, not because I really like basketball that much and I just love it so much. It's because I'm making money off of a product that I created. Let me explain that to you again. I'm actually making money off a product I created. So every time I flip a channel, listen to what I'm saying. Every time I flip through BT, every time I flip through HBO, every time I flip through Showtime, I'm getting paid. I want you guys to do the exact same thing. And listen, people are going to tell you, oh my God, this is legal. Y'all, I heard about that guy made $100 million and then he got locked up. Listen, Comcast is illegal. Adelphia is illegal. Dish Network is illegal. DirecTV is illegal. You know how they robbing us every single day. But then when you start to make some money, they get a little mad because you're getting a piece of the pie. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all really don't understand that. So forget what people tell you. You might hear, oh, I don't think I want to support you because I believe it's going to freeze up and blah, blah. People are going to have all types of excuses until they see you shine. Right? So I want to tell you 35,000, no, I'm lying, 36,000 live channels and 150,000. Listen, that number is unheard of. And now I do see people have video on demand with their IPTV, but this is why we're superior, right? They have 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 videos. I saw somebody have 50,000, but I want you to listen. We have over 150,000 videos in our service. Every movie you can think of, every new movie, every premium movie that's in the theaters right now it is on the box. Now, some people will say, well, everybody does that. You know, everybody can give you the cam movies where people are going in the theater with a camera or whatever. Guys, we are unlike any other company, guys, because all of our movies are going to be pure quality 4K, and not just 4, also 8. You know those TVs that you see in Best Buy, and you see, it's not Circuit City. I used to work back at Circuit City back in the day when I was young, but when you see those big TVs that say 4K and 8K, those are not Walmart televisions where you can go in and pay $600. Do y'all understand that 4K and 8K can run you $20,000 to $30,000 on a 80-inch screen? Do y'all understand the quality of 4K? Not even 4, but 8. This service that I created comes across in 4K and 8K. So when you watch those UFC fights, when you watch those boxing fights, you can see every bump, every booger in the person's nose. You are literally high definition, guys. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? This is on another level. This is not high definition. This service is so unique and high, you actually have to have a 4K stick. Now, you can run it on HD, but here's some of the things that I hear when most people are using these other services, you know, these IPTV services. And listen, this service is so great, we're taking everybody's customers. Listen, if you know anybody in your region or your city, your state, and they have IPTV, you're going to take them. Listen, I'm telling y'all, I've taken 20 customers already from other IPTV owners and other IPTV subscribers. I went in, I showed them the quality, and guess what? They switched. I didn't have to sell them. I just showed them. And this is the exact same thing that you guys are going to be able to do, is show people what you have. You don't even got to do talking. Just turn it to what you think they like, right? Most people, men, if you're selling a man, show them the ESPN, show them the NFL Sunday ticket, show them the UFC fights, show them boxing, show them dazzing, and you got them. You ain't got to sell no man. Show him Sports Center, ESPN, show him NBA League Pass, and he will pay you $700 just to get all this stuff. And I'm going to show you guys some actual flyers of what we spend and what the costs are each and every single year just for NFL Sunday Ticket, just for Netflix. We're going to break it down, and I'm going to show you guys. Now, here's the great thing, too, about our service, right? We're not just a regular service. We work on everything. We work on every single platform, Windows. We work on computers. The service works on Android, every Android television. It works on laptops. It works on desktops. It works everywhere. Samsung TVs, Android TVs, LG, Amazon Fire Sticks, laptops, desktops, Android boxes, tablets, iPads. It does not matter. Now, see, most services, they only work with certain boxes and certain, systems. We work with all of them. I made sure, I said, you know what? When I create something, it's going to be able to work everywhere. So we're superior than the rest. I said it. We're superior, baby. We are literally superior than every other company that's on the market. Listen, when I do something, I come correct. And I didn't even know that this service was going to be so amazing when I created it. I really didn't know it was going to be this amazing. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how to follow my path, exactly how I did it, how you should sell, who you should sell to, who you should go out to and reach out to. And I guarantee you in a month, you'll be at 20K. And I'm going to show you some numbers to show you how realistic this is. And we're just not playing games, guys. Listen, if anybody know anything about me, you guys probably don't know who I am. But listen, I've made some money and I've spent some money in my lifetime. And guys, when I tell you, when you make money, you want to make more. When you make more money, you want to make even more. And that's how it's going to be with this cable. When you start selling it, you're going to want more. You're going to want more customers and more customers and more customers. At the end of the day, you probably end up with 15,000 customers, and you'll be sitting on a beach, walking through the sand with your shoes off, with sand in between your feet, bringing in and racking in $200,000 to $300,000 a month. It's easy. I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Now, what does this service actually do for you as a reseller? And remember, I said nothing about you buying the service. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't care about you buying a service, right? I want you to become an entrepreneur. That's the only reason we're here. We're not here to be doing nothing else. See, a lot of people think they're here to just work. Oh, I'm gonna go work a job. I got to go to this factory, go out here and fold some clothes and make some curtains for my, for my job. Go to let the supervisor talk to me in any kind of way. Most people think you just supposed to work every day. If you ain't working for yourself, you're wasting your time. I can't tell you how many times I remember when I used to have to work for other people. You know how disgusted I was of myself for having to go in and clock a timesheet and have somebody spit in my face and talk to me nasty and tell me they're going to send me home because I got an attitude. I still got an attitude. But now it's different because I control everything. I control how much money I make. I control how much money I don't make based on how much work I put in. And it's the same thing, guys, with any service that you do, any business that you do, whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So if you say, no, man, nobody buying cable, nobody buying no cable, everybody got it. Because I can tell you what, if they ain't got it on their TV, it's on their phone. If you ain't watching TV, you're watching a phone. And that's the same thing as television. If you're watching Netflix, you're watching TV. I used to be to the point like I didn't watch no television. None at all. I stopped because I had a goal that I had to get to. I said I was going to be a millionaire. And I did not stop until I got to that point. But boy, look at here. Once you start slacking off, you start watching the NBA finals. Boy, you start watching movies. I was watching Sinners the other night. I'm watching all kinds of stuff because now I got time. Now I got time because now I'm making money off of something that is entertaining people and entertaining myself. So you listen, you got to take a little bit of time for yourself now because you can't be making all this money and don't have time to spend it. That's what a lot of these nurses do. They make six figures, high six figures, and they never get a chance to spend the money. I don't want to live that life. I want to be able to spend my money. I want to be able to spend time with my family and enjoy my life. Right? So here's the thing. Now, so our service basically, and this is something that we're the only ones that offer. Nobody else is going to offer this. We don't just sell you a service, right? So here's what I try to do for people. I don't just sell you a service. I tell you, yeah, if you want to pay $15 a month, you just want to give me $15 a month and get 36,000 channels and 150,000 VOD, and you just want to be a customer, that's cool. You can be a customer. I don't want you to be a customer. I want you to be a comrade with me and make money and become a reseller. And instead of you paying $15 a month, go find you 3 or 4 customers that'll pay you $15 a month or $20 a month or 30. Listen, you don't have to set your prices to what I set my prices for. And I'm going to tell you, pay attention to Netflix, pay attention to Hulu, Amazon, Prime, pay attention to all these people. You get people locked in for the first 3 months and 4-5 months later, you raise your price. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm the lowest right now in the market based upon what I have to offer to all of my customers and my resellers. I'm the best in the market right now. There's nobody doing what we're doing. They're going to try to figure it out. By that time, we'll have $20 million in the bank, right? Anybody who starts, as you guys know, kind of like network marketing, anybody who starts out in the beginning of something, those are the people that always become successful. Now, if you get into it very, very late, let's say you get into it 2 years later into this company, and then all of a sudden you got all these 1,000 people who jumped into the company beginning, they're all millionaires. But then you jumped in at the end, now you're a thousandaire. You just got 10 grand, right? So I want you guys to get into this in the beginning. It's okay to try the service. And anybody who's on this video, I'm going to gift you service, right? I'm going to let you try the service out. So instead of me talking to you and telling you how great the service is, I want you to experience it, right? It's nothing like experiencing something versus you hearing about it. So I want you guys to experience it. So everybody that's on this call, I'm actually going to give you free service. All right. I'm going to let you try it out. I'm going to give you a 24-hour trial. Right. And I'm not selling you. I just want you to look at it. Even I don't care if you are a Christian and you feel like that demonic experience is not going to come through that TV to me. I don't care how you feel or what you say. Just take a look at it. We got gospel stuff on there for Christians. If you are a person that love to work out and you crazy about working out, we got workout station on there for you. So you can do your Pilates and you can do your Zumba. Every single thing you can think of, we have it here. All right. In this service. All right. So now, like I told you guys, women, if you want to sell a woman, you women know Lifetime. Women are crazy about Lifetime. And old people, you can even sell them. They look at the news all day. They look at CNN. They look at Fox News. Easy sale. And when you tell people, look, how much is your service? $20. Okay. How much is it for the year? $200 for the year? How hard of a sale is that? You telling somebody that, okay, you pay $200 a month times 12, and this is what your bill is. Now I'm going to charge you $200, and that's for the whole year. Now, you can do it based on how many TVs you have. So you got 5 TVs, I'm going to charge you $400. Here you go. Throw it on their desk. They got 5 TVs, and it's whatever you want, guys. Listen, this is your business. I cannot tell you how to actually run your business or how you should sell your product, but I can kind of steer you in the right way and teach you guys what makes me successful and what I'm doing now. Now, I didn't know this was going to be so successful. I didn't know that people love TV as much as they love TV. You just let them watch it and they want to sign up because they understand, wow, this is some good service. People know when they get good service. Now, I want to dispel the myth for all those people out here. They say, you know, I think I gave out a trial the other day, and a young lady said to me, the service froze up 1 or 2 times while I was watching the game. And she's probably on here now. And I want you guys, and I want you to understand this, even when you have DirecTV, even you will have Dish Network, even when you have Comcast, even when you have Adelphia, you guys know that they're all streams, right? They're selling us like, oh, this is this landline cable, and it's coming through the ground, and it's wiring through the poles, and it's coaxial cable, man, mumbo jumbo. It's all coming from the satellite into space through streams, right? So even those service providers, they freeze, right? And if I'm lying, I'm flying, right? And I will tell you, because I've had service, I've moved all over the country, and I've had cable companies with all AT&T, Verizon. You know, I've had cable companies, all the particular cable companies, because I've lived everywhere in the United States that had the different cable companies, right? And all of them freeze. Now, they don't freeze like these IPTV companies. You got a lot of these IPTV companies, every 5 minutes is freezing up. So you're really wasting your money. That's the majority where I get most of my customers from people who already have IPTV and they can't stand their provider. A lot of you, when you become a reseller, you are literally going to make $5,000 your first month, because the majority of people are not on cable anymore. They're with IPTV service providers. So all you got to do is go in and compare apples to oranges, because the other provider is the oranges and you have the apple, right? So you're putting them side by side, like you're putting 2 cars together, a Lamborghini and a Chevrolet Impala. Depends on what you like, right? So you put a Lamborghini on the right, a Chevrolet Impala on the left, and which one can take off the fastest? Of course, that Lamborghini. Your service that you are going to be reselling is a Lambo. I want you guys to understand that is a Lambo. Now, I just want to show you guys real quick what made me realize, God, dog, we spending a lot of money. Now, this is just the NFL season. This is what NFL fans spend throughout the year. And I want you guys to pay attention to that. All this stuff I've had. And listen, my cable bill used to be, when I was dumb and stupid, my cable bill used to be over $500 a month. And then when you think about it, you take $500 multiplied by 12. So I'm so stupid. I was so stupid. But take a look. NFL Sunday Ticket, about $522. YouTube has TV now. They even got in the game. You know, YouTube was like, God, dog, these people I got to make billions off this because people love TV. YouTube got into the game. $563 for the year. Peacock, $563. Netflix, $22.99. They go up every year. $89.94 for Prime. ESPN, $104.94. $197.66. I don't know which one that is. NFL, the NFL Sunday Ticket and NFL Network. Guys, you're looking at about $15.15 just for the NFL season. We're not just talking about your basic cable. We're talking about add-ons. Man, I have Netflix accounts. I got Prime. I had ESPN at one point, Sunday Ticket. I cut everything off. The only thing I have now is internet. Now, I do have the best internet. I have 1 gig, pay about $130 for 1 gig. But when I tell you my service does not freeze, it don't freeze. Now, when people tell you, no, that thing freeze, I don't look at it like that, because I know even cable freezes. Now, it doesn't freeze every time. Cable, it's intermittently. Every so often, it'll freeze and then keep going. Ours is the same way. right? It's just like a real cable service. All right. And so I want you to see what men, and this is specifically most men, this is Peacock right here. Most men love to watch sports, right? And so I just want you to take a look at that. And this is not even a hard sell for anybody. This is very, very easy. Now, if you guys decide you don't want to be a reseller, you say, no, Octavian, man, you know what? I ain't the type of dude. And this is my oldest brother's like this. I tried to help him get on and say, okay, but he was like, no, I can't see myself doing that because I'm not a people person. Bruh, you don't have to be a people person to tell somebody, hey, I can give you cable for $170 for the year for your TVs in your house. And there's really no freezing. It's anti-freeze. It's a CDN server that Mr. Anthony has spent his money on. So we make sure it's not going to freeze on you. And also, it's 4K and 8K. What they going to say? No? Nah, we don't watch TV. My 9 kids, we don't be watching TV. That's a lie. Everybody watch television. Well, Asians don't really watch TV. But if you ain't Asian, most people watch TV. Most Asians own the internet, like on their cell phone, but it's still television, right? You can say, look, we can put it on your phone. So this is not even a hard sell for you guys. I mean, it's literally easy for you to do. It's not difficult. Now, some of you probably saying like, yep, I don't want to sell it. I just want to buy it. Okay. Are you sure? Okay. Are you sure? Well, let me show you if you just want to buy the service, right? If you just want to buy it, come on aboard. Come on aboard. Pay to me. Pay it up. Give it to me. Give it up. Give it up. Come on. Give it to me. $15. $15, and you ain't going to find it anywhere cheaper. Now, see, the way I made it so enticing. And listen, you don't have to price your stuff. And I'm talking to resellers right now. Remember, I always keep going back to resellers. But if you just want to give me $15 and have high definition service, 4K and 8K, I mean, clear, what it look like the people walking out of the screen, and you don't even have to have a good TV. The TV can be old as long as it's not black and white. It could be an old TV. As long as you have HDMI slot on it, you are good. It's going to come through 4K and 8K. All right. So you just want to give me $15. That's fine. I'll take it. That is a coney. It's an extra long coney, a coconut ocean water slushy, and a not the fries, but the tater tots. That's what $15 would. I'm just putting it together and showing you what the $15 does. And I normally go to Sonics, 3 times out of the week, which is bad. But if you want to just give me the 15, come give it to me. Give it to me. All right. But listen, guys, I'm joking, but at this price, how can you refuse? How can anybody refuse a price like that? Now, these prices are just intro prices. Of course, my services, listen, because I know the services are like very, very superior to everybody else's services. They're going to go up in probably 3 months. They're going to definitely go up to $20 to $25. But guys, marketing, you got to get people, you got to reel them in. Once you reel them in and get your base, whoop, 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 you go high, right? So $15, you just want to be my customer, pay me. Show me the money. If you want 6 months of access, which is stupid, because you can get 12 months for $98, why would you pay $72, right? Doesn't make sense. But I just throwed it in there just for people, who want to be cheap like me. I just threw 72 in. If you don't want to pay 72 and you want to get it for a year, you're on autopilot. You pay that $98 and you're done. You don't even have to call to pay your bill. Do you understand? Like, see, when I was coming up, man, I was used to our cable getting turned off every month rather. We watching in the middle of the TV and it's cut off. Mama, what happened? Not only the TV, but the lights. Now you don't even got to worry about that. You pay your $98, this is my service. Pay your $98 and you're done. You finish. Kapoop. Now, if you got multiple TVs, of course, you're going to pay more than $98, but we will give you a deal. And of course, we would recommend you putting it on. I mean, we can put it on smart TVs. We can put it on Fire Stick. There's not a limit, right? And that's what makes it so much better for you guys if you decide to become a reseller. All right. So I'm not going to dwell on it because, again, I want you guys to make money with this product. I don't want you to just come and, pay me every month. I'm not looking to do that. It's going to happen anyway. But it doesn't have to be you. See, you guys are on the video with me right now. So it's kind of like You guys are really behind the scenes. It's like when I was going to China, man, I was learning stuff that the average Joe knew nothing about. And it was like a light bulb. And I was like, man, I never knew this stuff existed until I went over there, right? And so this is the same thing for you guys. Anybody who comes on these videos, it's like your eyes are being opened up to stuff that normally we can't even get access to. We literally can't get access to it. But now you have it. You have it right here in me. I ain't going nowhere. This is what I do. Listen, this is my finale. I'm gonna walk away. When I do I say at 5, but when I do my 10 million, I'm gonna walk away and you will never see me again. When you see me somewhere, it ain't gonna be about no diddy bopping stuff and me doing freak offs and all that. I'm gonna be on an island owning half of that island and retiring with my feet running through the sand. All right. So that's just if you wanted to give me some money. I mean, I really don't want it from you, but if you do, I mean, I'm not gonna fault you on that. All right. I'll take it. I definitely will take your money. I'm not gonna refuse it. Okay. Now, how do you make money with these packages is what I'm about to show you right now, right? And so before I go into that though, if you guys decide you just want to give me money, and I really don't want it, but if you do, here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to tell you guys, you can do the same thing. Follow my format. It works, right? Find you some people who don't want to listen. They don't want to sell. They don't want to be resellers. They just want to promote, right? So now you can do the exact same format. Have them promote your service, right? And when they promote your service, you're going to give them a month free. And for every customer they send you, paying customer, you give them a free month. Right? So they send you 12 people and you signing them up for $25. You can't give them a free service. You trying to tell me you can't give them a free service? So you got to understand marketing, guys. It's not always putting your money in Facebook. It's not always about paying for ads or doing the Instagram and doing the TikTok. Sometimes you got to give things away, right? The more you give away, the more it comes back to you, right? So you got to implement that, and we're going to help you do that. We're going to help you strategize and implement how to, come up with some type of program where you're giving away, you give them a code or take their name, and for every referral they give you guys, right, you're giving them a free month of service. So they bring you 24 customers, they got 24 months, they got 2 years that they never have to pay because they're just opening up their mouth. Some people just don't want to be involved with another business or people's businesses or helping you make money, but they will send people to you. All right. So you guys can do this format. Actually, this is currently my setup now. Anybody who recommends somebody to me and they purchase, they get a month free, and there's no limit. If you send me 36 months worth of people, 48, it doesn't matter. You never have to pay for the service, until you die. Even in your deathbed, I'm going to come and tell you, you don't owe me nothing. Okay. So anyways, if you guys decide to do that, there it is, our referral program. We would love for you to be a referral as well with our company. But if you don't have to be. All right. So let's move that out of the way. All right. What other questions do you have? How do you make money in this? Right. Because I keep telling people you can make money in this, but people don't really understand how do you make money. So let me show you guys something. I already put it in writing for you so you can understand how you're going to actually make money. Hold on. Let me check something real quick. Somebody's at my door. Hold on. Okay. Hold on for a second, guys. Okay. All right. My bad. I'm not going to keep you guys long. All right. So how do you make money? You're looking at it, right? So the requirement is 120 customers or 120 credits. So the way I did it, 120 credits is 120 customers because I want you guys to make money. I don't want you coming here pussyfooting and doing 20 people and 30 people and 40 and 50. No, we're trying to make money over here, right? This is not a game. This is not for play. This is not, we're just doing this because we don't have anything else to do. So we're just trying something. This is literally going to make you a millionaire or a thousandaire. Hear me out again. This is, and it's based on how you work. This is either going to make you a millionaire or a thousandaire. And I'm not talking about 5 or 10,000. I'm talking about, 100,000 or something like that. 6 figures. That's what everybody love to call 6 figures, right? So those are the numbers we're talking about. So I just want to show you small numbers, right? You need a minimum of 120 customers, right? That's the number that I want you to have, because I know that if you look at the table here, right? So you get 120 customers, and this is the resellers I'm talking to right now. I ain't talking about people who just want the service, all right? Resellers, you want to have your own company, own business. Work your job, first of all. Don't quit. You'd be stupid if you quit. You got to have an income, right? Keep your job, but sell cable to everybody on the job. Most people I know, everybody at the job got fire sticks, and somebody racking up. You need to be wanting racking up. All right. So take a look. 120 customers, $520 for the package. So that's technically 120 credits for 120 customers. One credit is 30 days of service. You guys understand that? One credit is 30 days of service. How many days is 30 days? 1 month. So that means 120 credits is what? That is 120 customers that can have service for 1 month. So let's just say you get 120 customers, right? So if you want to determine how much you make, you just divide the price by the number of credits you have. And that's what you're paying per credit. So if you take 520 and divide it by 120 credits, right, which is services per month, that is $4.33, the cost of the credit. So for every cable service you hook up, that customer is paying $4.33 to have that cable turned on. When you turn it on at their house, the cost is $4.33. So people say, well, how do I make my money though? I'm paying you $4.33 for the credit, because the difference between the credit and your sales price is your profit. The difference between the credit, which is $4.33, and your profit, which is $25. Okay, no, it's not $25. The sales price is $25. And if you take 25 and minus it by $4.33, you walk away with $20 for that service every month. Profit. You're in the green, right? So if you take $20.67, right, and multiply that by 120, because you have 120 credits, you will take home $2,480, and you ain't even got to pay tax. Let me stop. Pay your taxes. All right. But listen, you getting paid on the table. Listen, you got a cable service and you making $2,000. Listen, how many of you guys, even just working a job, can accept getting $2,480 for just letting people watch TV? Because they're going to watch it regardless. People are always going to watch television, right? So why not get paid off something that people are already doing? It's not rocket science. It's just a no-brainer. Somebody told me, hey, look, I have a business for you where you can sell cable at a discounted rate and you can give people superior quality cable. You want to do it? I was like, heck yeah. Sign me up 6 times, right? So that's showing you the money you make. Now, here's what I tell everybody. Start off basic. Don't just jump out there, especially if you're not a salesperson, especially if you don't know how to talk to people. If you're scared, and you're not an entrepreneur, but you want to be an entrepreneur and you're thinking about it, start small, crawl before you walk, right? But let's just say you got a little bit of oomph about yourself. And when you go places, people know who you are, and you're not afraid to talk to people about your business, and you got business cards, and you done printed out a shirt saying with your cable company on there, Global Vision TV. That's my company, by the way. But you got your cable on there with Keisha Cable, and you walking up with your shirt and you be like, hey there, how you doing? I sell cable. How much my cable? 20 a dub. How hard can that be? So listen, if you jump to the second package, you got a little experience, you know how to sell, you know how to talk to people, you pretty, you cute, or you fine. Listen, for the women, if y'all cute, I'm talking about without makeup. If y'all cute, fine, sexy, OnlyFans. OnlyFans who? You don't need no OnlyFans. All you need is only cable. That's it. And you will make millions with this product. Just look pretty. Listen. So if you got any sense about you, right? Get the second plan. That's $880. And don't think about the cash. Just think about the money that's going to return to you. You get 240 credits. So that's 240 credits that'll be 30 days per credit. So people say, well, dang, man, what is this, a one-time fee? It's a one-time fee until you sell all your credits. right? So you never have to pay again until you sell all of your credits. So let's just say you only do like 100, you only got 100 customers and you're making $20 off each customer. Then you're just going to make $2,000 a month. But if you say, you know what, I'm going to sell more than 100 customers. I'm going to actually sell 240 customers. Then you take 240, you take 880 divided by 240. So now you're paying cheaper per credit. So you're paying $3.67 for a cable service. That's what your clients pay, right? All right. Now you're selling a service for $20. So if you take $20 minus, or you could still keep it at 25, but I just did it for each level so people can see the different levels of what the cable service is. 20 minus $3.67 times 240 credits. You're bringing home, listen to this number, $3,919. Boy, that's a lot of massages. That is a lot of hot pot. That is a lot of Sonic Coney extra long with chili and cheese and onions. That's a lot of conies. So you got to think about it, guys. $3,919 for selling $20 service cable. You know how easy that is. You know how simple that is. And now I'm going to show you guys another way that you can make money is by bringing more people in under you and having them do the same thing. All right. So the last one, this is the big baller. This is the Big Willie, the Will Smith Big Willie Big Baller program. And this is where you got customers coming out the wazoo. Right. And when you look at it, guys, you got to think about it. Okay. So each credit, let's just say, I'm going to break it down for you because you guys might not understand it. So let's just say on that first package, because I'm going to work with a small number. So 120 credits is not really a lot. If you divide that by 12, because 12 credit equals a year, right? And that's really what you want to sell is the year package. You don't want to be selling $15 a month. Sell your yearly package. Your yearly package might be $150, $200, right? But 120 credits divided by 12 is 10 customers. Listen to what I'm saying. Can y'all just grasp what I'm saying? You only need 10 paying customers that will pay you, let's just say, I'm going to throw this number out there because y'all might want to do it like $150 for the whole year for cable. 10 customers, just 10 customers paying you that is $1,500. If you just wanted to make, just those 10 customers. Now, you got 10 customers paying you $25. That's, how much is that? 10 customers. No, I'm wrong. I'm thinking about credits. You got 120 customers times $20. That's $2,400 that you're clearing, and you're netting that. That's not gross, that's net, right? Because we only just did your profit. Now you go to 1250, and you're looking at 360. That is about 12. That's about 30 customers. That's literally 30 customers, guys. And let's just say those 30 customers, you charge them $180. And that's possible. That's not even hard to do, right? You charge them $180 for a whole year. That means you can have 30 customers because 360 divided by 12 is 12 months in a year. 12 credits would disappear from that 360. You would have 30 customers, and that's not even a lot. 30 customers paying you $180 is $5,400. Y'all understand? You don't even have to have a lot of customers to make money in cable. Now think about this. Imagine what Comcast I'm making. I was paying $500. Imagine if 1,000 people paying $500. That's $500,000. Y'all don't even understand the seriousness of this, man. Y'all really don't understand the seriousness. I really hope y'all get this and not thinking, oh, it's a scam. It's a scam. Listen, for y'all thinking it's a scam, shame on you. Because y'all going to be sitting, working them jobs, and while other people out here riding around in Bugattis. I don't even know what a Bugatti is. But y'all going to be around here still working them 9 to 5s while people ride around. Listen, I've been trying to beg people, man. Look, man, come aboard. Let me help you help yourself. Please come aboard. The money is too easy. Please join and do this as a company, man, because the money is too easy. But nah, man, I think I'm gonna keep on working and retire. All right. All right. So, and you guys, I will help you. You need to see these flyers, just reach out to us and I'll show you that. So that's what you're looking at, guys. Very simple, very easy for you to be able to calculate that. And it's not going to be a difficult thing for you. So, like I just said to you, because I'm not going to keep you guys on here a long time. I'm going to get off here because I got to go watch the game. The basketball game's coming on, playoffs, because I got cable. I don't even watch cable like that, but I do now. So everybody that was a part of this video, reach out to us on our inbox. If you're not a part of our page, join our page, join our e-commerce page, and ask us, for your free trial. And I am going to give you a free trial. So you're not just listening to me talk, because I do talk a lot. I love talking, but I want you to experience what I experienced, right? I want you to understand the clarity. Now, I did not mention this, and I was telling you guys that we do something a little bit different. And I don't try to sell people on what we do as a marketing company. I don't try to sell you on that. I just tell you what we do, which make us successful, right? So, of course, I want you guys to get a panel so you can start business. And I think somebody had a question for me earlier before I got on this meeting, and they said, you know what, I just want to go ahead and get my app done, because we develop mobile apps as well for your cable, so it can download on the person's computer, download on their TV, just with a download code, so they don't have to go in and try to take stuff and put it on a USB. We're in a high technology world, guys. And so we have designers on our team that actually design your website. And I'm not telling you need it right now, but you will need it. And this is what's going to make you successful. And I'll tell you why. You cannot be an entrepreneur without a website. I don't care what people tell you, unless you're selling dope or drugs, right? You cannot be an entrepreneur, a serial entrepreneur, if you don't have a website. And you want to look professional. So when you tell people you have a cable company, they're not just looking at you to me, I got that cable, and you walking in with wires in a barbershop, cable wires and Android sticks and Amazon sticks and stuff. You have to be professional. So when you go up to people and you say you do cable, be prepared. Hand them a business card with your name, Waukesha Cable. We keep you connected. I know it's a Waukesha out here on the internet world. Frank Cable. We keep you connected. Listen. Have your business cards ready. You can actually go and print out business cards online, very cheap. And you're not going to spend $200-$300. You might spend $50 for 1,000 business cards. So you're looking professional, and get your website created. But you don't have to do it in the beginning. But I will recommend you to do it, because this is the only way that you're going to look legit. Because everybody talking about scams and everything. Everybody's want to be scamming. Oh, that's going to be a scam. It's a scam. Oh, look, listen. You don't have to get a website now. Here's what I recommend. Now, I recommend you don't start with your website first, because you need to get a customer. Go get you some customers. You have the platform now. I'm giving you the software. I'm giving you the tools to create your own business, and you don't have to spend $100,000 to $200,000 to $300,000 to create what we're doing. You just need a little bit of money. $520, $880, $1,250 to get you started. And you can start at the bottom and raise to the top as you get more customers. But you start with that first, so you can actually start selling cable immediately. And the first person you're going to give cable is your mama, your daddy, yourself. First thing I did, gave it to my mama and my dad. And my brother said, I don't want that. But guess what? I got it in every room. Every single room I got cable, right? So those are the first people you're going to give it to. So you want to experience the cable for yourself, because you can't sell something you don't know nothing about it. Try it. Use it. It's so cheap, right? Don't say cheap. It's so inexpensive. Cheap make it sound so bad. It's so inexpensive, right? So here's what I recommend you do. I recommend you become a reseller, right? If you just want to pay me to get on the service, you can do that as well. But I recommend you become a reseller. Get you 10 customers first and make $2,000, right? You're going to start seeing the money coming. Like, God, dog, this don't work. People really love cable, right? Because you're helping them save money. See, when you're all about helping people, that's when you become successful. It's like the more you help people, look, let me help you save money. What you pay now for your cable? I just got basic. I paid $27. You know what? Let me go ahead and give you cable. Let me go ahead and give you cable for $50. Go ahead and walk away. You can bless. Listen, when you have a business, you could actually bless people. You know what I'm saying? You could take a little bit loss on a few things and then, make that money back on something else. But you could take a loss. You see somebody paying $27 and they got 3 channels. Because they just got the antenna. Old people have the antenna. Yeah. That new channel 6, 12 came on. Man, get them cable for $50 for the year. Give them something. You might go to heaven for that, right? So go ahead, become a reseller. And then when you start making money, unless you just got money, you know what I'm saying? You just got money and then you go all out. But I would recommend you making a little bit of money. And when you do this, we will bill you the website and we will bill you a mobile app all together in one for $450. Not a lot of money. You know, if you go out here and get people to develop a website for you about cable, first of all, everybody can't do the websites because they don't understand cable. They don't understand how to connect cable apps to the codes of the website and make it work with downloader. They don't understand all that. You can't just get a website designer and say, design me a cable website and then hook up my application, my app that people can download. They don't know how to do that. They just know how to make a website, right? So we have a team where we can build your website. We can connect your website with your custom made app. We ain't talking about some just generic media players. Most people I see sell IPTV, all of them have generic media players. They're using the IBO media players. They're using the IBO, the TV Mate, Smartest Pro. They're just using the player. But we take that player's skin and we redevelop it. It takes us about 4 to 5 days to redevelop the entire player. So it ain't just going to be like, here's what's going to make you stand out from every other IPTV supplier, wherever you live or wherever state you in, because the rest of them, they don't have a website and they don't have a mobile app that's connected to both. And then when people download, it goes to your back office, and now you're able to see your customers and take care of your customers all in one motion. So I would recommend that you do it. And we have some different packages that we can do. If you want like a basic app where we can change your logos out and we can do things like that, you know, we can work with you on the price. But if you want an all out, just redefine the app, not using a public media player and telling people, go here, put this code in, do that, blah, blah, blah. Get you an actual app that's going to be customized. And that's what we do. We customize it for you. And it's not a lot. We customize it, put it all together for you in 4 to 5 days, and you pay $450. Right? I don't people say, oh, they charging all that money. And I ain't even made no money with cable yet. It sounds like my auntie. Hey, there, David. All that money you charging, and I ain't sold nothing yet. This is not going to be the case, guys. Because listen, if you, and I'm going to tell you how you get a lot of people, invite them over to your house. And when you invite them, let them watch your TV. Just let them scroll through, and then you tell them, this is my service. Can you imagine inviting your friends over and y'all watching TV and y'all watching NFL Sunday and you got 4 screens playing at the same time like you're at the sports bar, and then you just small talking to them, you be like, oh, I forgot to tell you, man, I started a cable company. Huh? Yeah, man, I sell IPTV now. Oh, you talking about you work for somebody? I work for Waukesha Cable. This is my cable. I don't know why I like that name, Waukesha. But can you imagine the conversation? And listen, can you imagine being able to travel and just fly all over the place and pay for VIP and pay for first class on Spirit, and they feed you all the food you can eat just because you upgraded to first class? Can you imagine that? How many of y'all, raise your hand, show a hand, how many of y'all been in first class? How many of y'all have felt the feeling of first class where you feel like you just better than everybody? I'm talking about people coming through the aisle and I'm looking at them like this right here. This is how I was looking when I was in first class. I'm looking like this right here. I don't even want to look at people too long because I'm like, your eyes don't even belong over here. Go on to the back. Go on to the back. Now it's bad when you have to go back from first class and now you ain't making the type of money. So now you in coach and now you looking at the first class people and you hating. You hating from the back. That's what we all used to do. You hate from the back. But I remember it make it, you know, people say they don't change, right? You change a little bit. You imagine you making all this money from the cable. Now you done turn around and you VIP, you first class now. You sitting up there with people with glasses on like this right here, and this how they sitting. People with their little dogs and the little bag down there. And listen, you got on clogs. You got on clogs, stank socks. One of your socks got a hole in it, but you in first class because you making that money. You making that cable money. People tell me, hey, what kind of business you do, man? Telecommunications. Telecommunications, boss. You don't tell him you're selling IPTV. You say, I'm doing telecommunications. Dang, I didn't know you had a degree in that. Yeah, folk. Yeah, folk. Telecommunications, man. Right? Whatever you want to be, you can be. But listen, you're going to be laughing all the way to the bank. And listen, don't try to tell people to get aboard, come on board with you. Let me tell y'all something. Stop telling your family to buy stuff from you. Stop telling your sisters and your brothers and your cousins, y'all support me, because you ain't going to get it. Now you got one or two cousins that like really, they down with you, really help you. You know what I'm saying? You got that one or two cousins that's really out there for you. But the rest of them, I'm looking at them like this with a side eye. Rest of them, man, listen. They waiting on your downfall. Listen, people are waiting for you to struggle, man. Listen, when you struggling, listen, I done been through it. I done been up, down, in the middle, all the way around. When you struggling, people, boy, when I tell you people be talking about you so bad, they be like, man, look here, me. I told y'all that this was going to happen. I told him and her it was going to happen. I said to them, now keep in mind, these people broke. I said to him, if he ain't do things right, he going to lose that thing he got. Look at him now. Look at him now. Out there trying stuff, just doing stuff. People going to be like that. Listen, everybody got those type of people in their family, but you use that as motivation and you do your thing. Listen, whatever you have to do to save up $540 or whatever it is, or the $880 or the $1250, and then turn around and get your app after you're making some money, just do it. Because you've lost money. Listen, the thing about doing a business, you might lose money because it's a risk. But I'm going to tell you something. This is a healthy risk. And the reason why I say it's a healthy risk, because I really don't know too many people that don't know what's going on in the entertainment world. I can listen. Old people, young people, listen. Even my mama, man, be watching Country Wayne. My mama almost doggone 70 years old watching Country Wayne, man. I'm saying, I ain't got nothing against Country Wayne, but I just don't like him now because my mama like him. She be, oh, he's so funny. You seen Wayne? I don't even like him no more because my mama like him. Anything my mama like, I don't like. And I'm sure Country Wayne cool as a mug. He from the area I'm from. But when my mama told me she watched him, I don't like him. I ain't never met him. Don't know who he is. I just know he's from my area, Millen, Georgia. But I don't like him because my mama like him. And people are going to be like that with you. No matter, listen, no matter how much money you make, no matter how much you do for people, no how much you take care of them, how much you look out for them when you got everything, they still don't like you. They still gonna look at you side-eyed and crazy. So why not just get to the money? Just get to the money and don't worry about what people say. I get to the point now where I make so much money and I determine how much I make. I don't care if you don't like the ground I walk on. I don't care. You know why I don't care? I don't gotta sleep with you. I don't gotta lay up with you. I ain't gotta even take care of you. So what in the world do I care about what somebody else says about me? And you ain't got nothing to do with me. So if you got people in your ear negative, like, don't y'all do that. Every time you go in and get some stuff and buy some stuff, you'll never make no money. Listen, erase all that stuff out your memory. I want you to think about how much television you watch. Now, we're not talking about your family members. Think about how much television you watch and think about every time you watching TV, you're getting paid. Because this is what is about to happen. When you all become resellers, and I want you to think about it hard, every time, don't feel so guilty. Every time you watch TV, you're making money. It's no longer watching TV for free. You're watching it for a fee because you're getting paid. Guys, this is my time. I am not going to be on here all night because the game is probably getting ready to come on, and my team is about to play. I want the little boy. I want Ant to just, you know what I'm saying, turn up and win him a championship because he knocked all the superstars out. Every last one of them. LeBron, Curry, KD, Joker. He's a freaking legend killer. Jimmy Butler, he done killed all of them legends and probably gonna end up killing Joker them legend again and whoever. But I want my boy Ant to win. It's just that Atlanta in him, man. He got that country Atlanta in him. But anyway, guys, that's it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us in our inbox. If you want to become a reseller, or if you just want to try the service for 24 hours to see what I'm really talking about, to make sure I'm not lying to you, just reach out to us and say, hey, I was on the actual meeting with Mr. Anthony, and he said that he was going to give us a free trial of the service. And listen, if you are on this call, start recruiting right now for the people who you're going to have that's going to be reselling with you on your team. Because imagine, everything is like network marketing. When you get that team of 4 to 5 people or heavy hitters, the barbers and the salons and all the people up under you, man, you're going to make a killing. You'll probably be averaging 20 to 30 grand a month. Easy money. All right. But again, that's my time. I am Octavian Anthony. And man, I look forward to making so much money with each and every one of you guys. Peace in the Middle East and rain in Spain. Let's love more instead of hate. Until I see you guys again.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your e-commerce guru, Octavian Anthony. I just wanted to kind of take you guys with me on my quick journey this morning headed to the market here in Los Angeles. So a lot of you want to know, how do we make our money? How do we supply people in the industry? And I'm going to take you with me. You're going to kind of see today what we do. All right. And you're going to kind of see how we supply people and kind of like the process. You know, when I'm communicating with these people, what am I saying to these people? So you'll be able to see how we do business, and actually you can do business the same way. See you in a few. What's going on, guys? It's your CEO Octavian Anthony here at Santa Monica, and as you can see here, the pier in the background, guys, it's early in the morning. I just wanted to welcome you guys to life, to welcome you guys to money, to welcome you guys to success. As you can see, it's a beautiful day in the morning here. Starting out my day, guys, about 10:44 right now. I'm going to actually go to the market right now, so you guys will get to see the beginning of my day, and then I'm going to show you the ending of the day. So again, this is your CEO Octavian Anthony. Peace, one love, until I see you guys again.